Welcome to another edition of Yacht Life Chronicles, where we are better together and separated. Thank you guys for tuning in to another edition. Hope you're forward thinking out there. It's another day for you to win, another day for you to strategize, another day for you to be unique, and whatever your goals, your aspirations, whatever your dreams, and whatever the things are that you're trying to get accomplished out there. Today is the day for you to do it. Today is the day for you to get started. And I wanted to share with you guys some things out of my book. We have that on the way, and but it's just so much in me. It's so full with inside me, to the point that I figured I'd share some things with you guys today. Out of it, it'll be coming out real soon. It's called Investing to the Garden of Your Mind. And one of the lessons I was reading over this morning that I wrote is called Being Strategic Instead of Emotional. And a lot of us as people, we have a problem with that. We want to be emotional instead of strategic. We want to whine about this, we want to complain about this, we want to be emotionally tethered to this, and things that's not equating to any results or any type of resolution in the whole matter. And we need to start being strategic instead of emotional. Emotions don't do nothing but keep us stagnant, until we realize something really has to get done. Something really has to be fixed here. I just can't sit here and complain. I just can't sit here and worry. I just can't sit here and blame other people. I gotta make something, I gotta get something done for myself. I can't let my mind be tossed here, there, and everywhere. Like a baseball, based on account of my emotions and how I'm being aligned with outside circumstances that's taking me on this roller coaster ride. Your friend over here, she need a ride. Here it is, you got your kids over here, situations over here that need your attention. Here it is, you got your job needs your attention over here. You and your mate may have a situation that y'all going through, and your mind being tossed here and there and everywhere with these ongoing circumstances that surround you. And what happens is that you lose focus. You lose the desire to have a purpose in life. Because you controlled by all the outside circumstances that's going around you, instead of being strategic in life and trying to build something tangible as to where you can create a legacy for you and your kids. And we only have so much time, we only have so much energy, we only have so much day in our time in our day to give. So we wanna be productive in that. We don't want to spend that aimlessly, spend that desultory. We want to be productive as we can within that day. So the thing is to be strategic instead of emotional. It's easy to be emotional. It's easy to throw a fit. It's easy to throw a tantrum about this or that or whatever. But that's not going to get any results. That's not going to get any accomplishments. It's not going to get to any resolutions. All it is going to keep us right there in that position till we realize we got to do something to get out of this position, till we come up with a strategy, So I wrote this chapter called Being Strategic Instead of Emotional. Just trying to teach people, man, just not to be tapped in so much into their emotions, but try to, develop strategies to win, how to strategize on just being able to champion life, So being strategic instead of emotional insinuates suppressing your emotions and allowing your talent, skills, and abilities to be an outlet for them to be expressed. Like I said, it's easy to, be emotional. It don't cost you nothing to be emotional. You know, you don't, it burns you out, it exhausts you. But to be strategic, take discipline, consistency, study thinking about the same thing over and over and over and talking to people to help you enhance this certain thing, whatever this goal or whatever this strategy that you got in mind that you're trying to do. You know, you got to water it. You got to keep it in your mind constantly, every day. You know, you can't walk around and just be emotional, you know what I'm saying, wearing your problems on your sleeve, and every time you put up on somebody, you know, you complaining about this, you know, you want to argue about this, the world owe you for this, and you know, it's just, you know, a lot of trivial things that's just coming out your mouth, you know, because you want to be emotional and you want to throw a pity party. The world don't care about you. The world is indifferent to your existence. And I want people to understand that. The world don't care about, the world is indifferent to your existence. You know, so you would spend better, you would spend your time more wisely building yourself up, you know, than trying to pull the teeth out the world who is indifferent to your existence altogether. You know, so you want to spend more of your time being strategic instead of emotional. You know, emotion's not going to get you nowhere, especially negative emotions. But strategizing, you know what I'm saying, calculating different routes to get to your goals in life, you know, sitting down, putting a dialogue together, putting a plan together, you know, how can I get myself from this point to this point? You know, wherever it is you're trying to go in life, you got to strategize. You must learn to use your intellect over your emotions. To succeed in obtaining prosperity, you have to master your emotions. You know, to have prosperity in anything in life, we have to master our emotions. We have to learn to school our emotions to obedience. Because if we don't, then our emotions can get in our way of a lot of good things that can happen for us. You know, just on account of that, we don't know how to school our emotions to obedience in certain circumstances, in that certain opportune times in life. You know, we can't be emotional at everything. You know, we have to learn how to be problem solvers at the end of the day. You know, people gonna be emotional. It don't cost you nothing to be emotional. But it costs you everything to be a problem solver in life. You know, when you got to sit down, you got to strategize, you got to find different ways how to fix problems. You know, so at the end of the day, you know, in order to exceed, to sustain any prosperity in life, you have to know how to master them negative emotions. You know, them negative emotions that's telling you can't go far. Them negative emotions that's telling you limited because you don't have certain things or certain things. You don't know certain people. You know, you can have whatever you want. You know, you just got to sit down and you got to strategize. You know. All right. Most people operate in a whirlpool of emotions, constantly reacting to this or that. They are constantly perturbed by the outside circumstances that affect them. And that's what I was saying about, you know, people constantly reacting to this over here, that over here, this happened on TV, that on Instagram, that on Facebook, on the telephone, in their life, you know, and they not, you know, they perturbed by all outside circumstances that's affecting them. Well, they're letting it affect them, you know. And just like you let outside circumstances affect you and get you emotional and get your blood pressure high, all these different circumstances that's going on around you in this chaotic world, in your family and with your friends, you know what I'm saying, in your city, you know, and just in the world in general, you know, all this stuff just stir up your emotions. It gets you angry, have you upset, it have you sad, it have you mad. You know, so it had you happy, but it just had you, it stir up so many emotions once you let, you know, so much in, you know, so you got to have a block. You got to be impervious to certain things that's trying to get in and perturb you emotionally. You know, you got to find a way to block that energy off. You got to find a way to be more strategic instead of emotional. If you continue to succumb to your emotional entreaties, then you will find yourself in your mind in time. If you continue to succumb to your emotional entreaties, then you will find your mind and time always occupied with your problems. Because, here it is, you succumbing to all your emotional treaties, you over here doing this because your heart tied in. You over here doing this because your heart tied in. Your emotions is everywhere. And you will find your heart and your mind and your time occupied with all this. So you can never find no time for you to get things done. You can never find no time to engage in your purpose, to get adamant about your goals in life. Because your emotions here, there, and everywhere. Because you perturbed by outside circumstances, all the outside circumstances that's going on around you. On the news, they telling you about Lil Ray getting killed. Your daughter or your son, him and his girlfriend or boyfriend, they ain't getting along. They got a situation over there. You got to go and handle that. Your friend might be saying things about you. This and somebody else done told you. Here it is. You emotionally tethered to that. You watching Instagram. Family members leaving this earth, and it's just you have so much energy and so much time as to where your emotions can't be wasted on a lot of meaningless things. You know what I'm saying? You only have so much time and so much energy, and like I said, it's a lot of family members leaving this earth right now. We got to save some of that energy to get to them when we go to their funeral or they repassing and things of that nature. And plus, align ourselves with our purpose. If it's not necessary in our life, if it's not productive in our life, if it's not helping moving us forward in life, then it shouldn't be in our life. Because at the end of the day, we got to be strategic instead of emotional. Do not allow your passion for outside circumstances to dictate your emotions. If you are always sucked in by your emotions, your problems will only multiply. You have only so much time and energy throughout your day, and every moment wasted on the sentiment of your emotions subtracts from your strength and performance. You must learn to be cathartic and to release your emotions and tensions through your art. Whatever it is that you like to do, whatever it is that you're good at, whatever your inclinations are, that's where you want to channel your emotions into. You want to sublimate your emotions into things that you like to do that's productive, that can be lucrative for you in the future, something that you can work on, be consistent, something that gives you structure, because you got to keep working on it. You got to keep getting better, keep adding to it, keep enhancing it, and it's your art. So when it's your art, you want to be creative as possible. You want to be strategic as possible. So like I say, you can't waste a lot of time on your emotional entreaties in life, because your emotional entreaties are not going to render you anything but problems. It's going to subtract from your strength instead of add to it. It's going to decrease instead of increase. If you want to be exhausted by anything, if you want to tire yourself out doing anything, and that is being creative, being strategic in your art, finding your niche in life, finding your niche in life that you can run with, whatever that inclination is. Think about when you was a child and the things that you like to do. You know, think about the time you spent, the most time you spent, you know, doing creative things when you were young. You know, start tapping back into that energy. And I know as adults, you know, we let daily life get in our way. We let daily issues get in our way. We got kids, we got work, we got, you know, we got relationships, we got marriages that we in. And what happened is that we don't have the time to be creative. We don't have the time to be ingenuitive. We don't have the time to engage in things that we like and love. You know, so what we want to do is just tap back into those childhood inclinations that we like, you know, that we can engage in now as an adult, you know, that we can be strategic in and be able to create some good art, you know. So, you know, you want to be strategic. You want to be strategic instead of emotional, you know, because like I say, emotions ain't gonna carry us nowhere but to a lot of problems, you know. Subtract a lot of our time, subtract a lot of our energy, you know. But when we coming up with strategies as far as being creative, then we implement discipline. We got to be consistent. We got to get out in the world and socialize with different people that's aligning with the art that we trying to put out. It's more or less bettering us instead of worsening us. You know, you don't want to be caught up in the whirlpool of emotions where you just stuck right here and you're not going nowhere. That's not what a problem solver is. A problem solver is somebody that's figuring out a way how to get from A to B, figuring out a strategy, you know, and that's just all about being a leader, you know. Like I say, you know, being a leader, you know, you have to, you know, you have to clear a pathway out, you know, you have to make your own path. You know, so, all right, pivot yourself on the foundation of self-sufficiency so you can succeed at, pivot yourself on the foundation of self-control so you can succeed at restraining yourself from any temperamental disposition. Because once you're emotional, no telling what you might do. You know, you got blood, you know, you red, you know, blood coagulating through you, you know, so no telling, you know, when we were, you know, we riled up with emotions, no telling what may happen because this happened or that happened. You know, we can name off 1,000 things that people have done that was perilous to their lives because of emotions that they were driven by, you know. But just think if they was problem solvers, just think if they sat down and strategized a way as to where they could have worked themselves out of that impoverishment or whatever that situation was that they was dealing with, you know. But we allow emotions to get to us and we allow emotions to dictate our actions. And what we have to do in this life is we have to be strategic in our work, in our art, you know. Even when we go into work, you know, we have to be strategic in learning that job so we can be able to utilize it in a way that, you know, will benefit us. You know, taking what we learn from somebody else and making it into our own. That's being strategic. You know, not being emotional at the job, mad because I got to do this, and mad because this person not here, and mad because of this and that. No, okay, those lack ofs is your time to get the most information that you can about this workplace. You know, so if one day you want to turn it into your own and you want to start your own, you know, learn much as you can. Don't just go to work and not learn anything. Learn much as you can about the business. One day you might have to start the business on your own. You know, no telling. That business might shut down one day. You know, you can't depend on that. you have to depend on gathering information on things that you know in life. And that's how you be strategic. And like I say, just have a strategy in life. Be able to strategize, be able to step outside of your emotions, be able to be unemotional to everything that's going on outside you, as to where your mind toss here, there, and everywhere like a baseball because of outside circumstances. And you let all these different things exhaust you to the point where you have no time and no energy, to give to yourself, because you done gave all your energy and you done gave all your invigoration to the outside circumstances. Sometimes we wonder why our life be in certain situations is because we giving our life to everything else outside of us. So, start giving your life to you, who you are. Stop letting outside circumstances perturb you and dictate your actions because of it having you emotionally disturbed on the inside. We got to learn how to be strategic in life. That's the only way we're going to get further. That's the only way we're going to get ahead. We got to sit down, strategize with each other. We got to come together, build plans, to help us improve and to help get us further in life. Like Jack Turner was saying, each one teach one. So I wanted to come on here today and just share some of my book with you on being emotional instead of being strategic instead of emotional. I hope you guys liked it. It will be coming out very soon. But at the end of the day, make time for you. Don't let the world have you emotionally tethered to everything that's going on in it. It's in your life as well, to the point where you have no time for yourself. How you have no time to sit back and think about what should I be doing in life. Sitting back, tapping into them childhood inclinations of things that you like to do, that you want to kind of like rekindle in your adulthood, So let's be strategic instead of emotional, and not just, swimming in the whirlpool of emotions, but being a problem solver, trying to get things done and forward thinking, with a strategy. So, thank you guys for tuning in. This is another edition of Yacht Life Chronicles, where we are better together than separated. Thank you.